If you're installing a drip irrigation system in your garden, fittings connect your system together. Whether you're using drippers, drip tube, tricklers or sprays, you may need both 4mm and 13mm fittings. Threaded fittings are used to tightly connect components so they don't leak, such as those connected to risers. Barbed fittings insert into the polypipe to connect it together, directing the water flow into your system. You'll need 4 or 13mm polypipe for the water to flow to your drippers. Choosing the right fittings for your drip irrigation system is easier than you think. With 13mm fittings, you can design an irrigation system that's the perfect fit for your garden. If your system runs off in different directions or you want to create a grid, use a barbed T. With 3 points, it fits into your polypipe or drip tube to distribute water throughout the system. Again, just secure it with a locking clamp. Elbows are barbed, creating secure corners for the water to flow through your system. Joiners connect your 13mm polypipe together. Just cut the poly to the length you need. Join them up and secure with a locking clamp. Locking clamps make the connection extra secure and watertight. The teeth wrap around the polypipe, then click into place. You can buy them in packs of plastic locking or metal Lockshore clamps. Use 4mm joiners to connect 4mm polypipe as an offshoot from the 13mm main line. Punch a hole in the 13mm polypipe using a punch spanner. Then attach the 4mm polypipe to the joiner and push the other end into the 13mm polypipe to have an extended line with a dripper. To water taller plants, you can use risers. To attach risers to your system, use a 4mm adapter. Simply push the barbed end into the polypipe and screw the riser onto the adapter. If you're planning to automate your irrigation, you'll need a controller and a solenoid valve to direct the water through your system. This connects to your system through a director, which connects your solenoid valve to your polypipe. If using your garden tap, you could use a nut and tail to connect the system to your tap. This is a universal fitting for 20mm and 25mm taps. Simply screw it onto the tap and connect the polypipe to the tail, secure with a locking clamp. Another option to connect your system to your garden tap is to use a Snapshore connector. Simply connect it onto the tap adapter and push the polypipe through the collar and fasten. Or you can use your garden hose to run water to the irrigation system from the tap. Use a snap-on connector to join your hose to the polypipe. Insert it into the hose fitting and slide the polypipe over the barbed end. Secure with a locking clamp for a watertight connection. If you have high water pressure, use a pressure reducer. Simply screw the pressure reducer onto the tap and the nut and tail fits into it. The polypipe then slides onto the tail, secured with locking clamps. These are just a few fittings you may need for your drip system. See our other videos to learn more about garden irrigation.